Arthur Q. Ramos.
Arthur Q. Ramos. Okay. What was your position in the war?
I was a specialist, light weapons.
How was your experience of the war?
I was in along the firefights. My job was. We were small teams of riflemen, pointmen, scouts.
Okay.
Their mission was search and destroy missions. To find the enemy, attack it, supply lines, food storage facilities, attack it at dawn from coming from a helicopter, or dusk, propeller, coming down from helicopters.
Okay.
Under fire or whatever. Even the medication I was supposed to get.
When you entered the war, how were you feeling? Scared?
Of course, you know you go into you go to basic training. Yeah, that's just you get a good idea here of what.
When you returned home, who was there like to when you got there?
Just just our own people, because with my people they have the means to be in Oakland. Or I arrived by plane from.
You arrived from plane over here?
On a plane from. First, I came from Vietnam at Oakland to Imperial. Oakland to LA to Imperial. And a guy gave me a ride home. The second time I came was from Texas. I went to Texas for the remainder of my tour duty, but I was armor. They put me to armor. I'm infantry and armor.
Okay. So when you
my family was never around because they couldn't travel.
They couldn't travel. Okay. So just your own people were there, like soldiers, to treat you back. Okay. So all right.
Plane loads coming in.
How was your experience after the war? What did you experience after when you came?
I didn't realize it, but it was you come with a bad attitude.
You said it again?
But bad attitude.
Bad attitude.
You don't show up, but you're dangerous. Because, like you're in the jungle today, 5 days later, you're home. So, you can't just change from firing anything and move to coming home and be with people that had nothing. See, no violence. So, yeah, people were kind of stupid and asking you questions they shouldn't have, so you got to fight quick. And you were not trying to hurt, you were trying to do a job total. But I did not have PTSD till.
Did you have like
combat fatigue, they call it.
Did you have any like did you go to a doctor or anything after your war?
You never had that, no.
Okay, so you knew that you had problems, right? That of anger and okay,
anger issues,
bad attitude. When you were here, how was your life here at home?
That's why you got problems and you couldn't get a job.
How long did that last?
Oh heck, well, they told us to get unemployment. But I went to get unemployment, and a Filipino nasty guy. Well, they're lying. Don't you read English or read? So I got unemployed with him too. But eventually I got a job in a lumber yard. So this is to prove that you were in combat. Let's see. Did they give you a number? Read it.
Company A2, DN-28, Infantry, 1st Infantry Division operating out of the Lake Hay, Vietnam with 2 LT Davis, platoon leader on the search and destroy operation approximately August 1968 near, I believe, Lock. We were interested into the area and inserted into the area and in the course of our mission we began to encounter enemies assigned such as clumps and grass tied and pointing a certain direction. Recently cut 3 stumps in empty, barely visible VC bunkers. We got to a large clearing and with Sergeant E5 green and point proceed to cross. When we were about halfway across, we began to receive heavy enemy fire and the point that was badly wounded. We proceed to return fire. We were pinned down. I don't know how long was long as we tried to use rifle fire, M72s and one M60 operated by a gunner with a Greek name, I believe, is
Anastastas.
To get out the ambush with the firing. I assume LT David's call for artillery and our gunship support because we threw smoke to guide their fire. But on the gunship arrival, instead of firing as a 3-line fire across on top of us, I assumed the gunner on the gunship was obviously to everything since he was not that high. He couldn't see that we were not the VC.
Vietcong.
And continued to fire on two passes. How we had any more M72s, we would have fired the gunship to try to get it off of us. The gunship, I was later told, was from the First Cavalry.
Air Mobile.
2 others were wounded besides Green. Other men on that operation that I recall were Valdez, called she from Arizona, Hillbilly from Kentucky,
Hillbilly.
Hillbilly, Oseguera from San Francisco, Larry from New Mexico, Haney, hometown unknown, who lost a lung, Reese, who was later KIA and
killed in action,
and Swanson, the medic, among others in the platoon. I was a rifleman in the first squad and also carried an M72.
At the rocket launcher.
On that day, I am using a Aquas, as they are the only names I knew.
AKAs.
Oh, AKAs. As the only new names I knew them by at the time or can recall. Dates were next to impossible to keep track of and were never told specific areas of operation. We also went on patrols from fire bases and fire bases
yeah.
and NDPs.
Night defense positions.
Okay. You think I'm able to take pictures of these documents?
Yeah. Like I said, except the numbers. I think that's another one.
Oh, can't take the numbers here, right?
Okay.
Headquarters from Headquarters Company, 2nd BN 28th Infantry, 1st Infantry Division, Lake K, Vietnam, approximately February 1969. Was assigned temporarily. I was told to support company because of the stomach infection and housed in one of the tents. The leg was located in the edge of the company area and had a bare floor and metal cuts for approximately 20 troops. The mattresses were rolled up. The foot lockers were placed on the cots. We not occupied due to the heavy rains. The tent was also ringed by mortar.
More boxes, empty more boxes. No, wood boxes full of dirt as protection.
Filled with dirt to a height of approximately 3 feet as protection against rockets fired from the tree-lined surroundings. The village and base, which was rubber plantation. Lake K was called Rocket City. In 1969, while alone in the tent about 3 a.m., the area was infiltrated by a sapper who put who put 2 explosive charges. One charge was put between the mortar boxes and tent on one end, and one charge outside the boxes a few feet from the cot. The third from the end. The charge by my cot exploded first and blew boxes into the tent, which caught on fire. The cots, mattresses, and foot lockers were all over the place, and I was attempting to get out from under the debris since I was stunned and disoriented and unable to hear. I came out towards the middle of the tent and saw weapons being fired, and one soldier on the ground injured. He was a sentry that by this presence had prevented the sapper from putting the charge inside the tent, but McCott, which was the only one that went off, had a bloody nose, ear arches,
I had a bloody nose.
Ear arches and scrapes and bruises since I was blown a few
15 feet.
feet. Staying in the area were two individuals that were up to the disciplinary punishment, refusing to go to the field. One was a Saman, and another was an individual named Watkins. I awarded the Combat Infantry Badge and the Army Commendational Medal, First Oak Leaf Cluster, while with Second, what's PN?
Second Battalion.
2nd Battalion, 28th Infantry
Regiment.
and 1st Infantry Division.
I